the camera. Okay. Right now, we're just gonna be in the camera. Oh, snap. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. We are live. We are live. Welcome to the stream. Sorry if you can't see me very well. It's because I forgot to change the camera angle. Oof. Go to our dream world and yeah, let me move the camera. Hold up. Move camera display to there. Oh god, no, you still can't see me. Oh god. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, okay. Hold up. Okay, we are live. Oh snap. Okay, I blend into the background too well. Oof. Oof, that might be a slight problem. Don't mind the camera. Oh god. Let me give me like hold up. Give me like 5 minutes to fiddle with the camera settings and stuff. Move camera switch. No. Hold up. Okay. Hold on. Okay. This should be fine. Little bit. I'm still around. I just you just can't see my face as well. Okay. So this video is let's see. Hold up. So unpaused. It is good. It is good. Hold it. I'm going to start a party chat. Hold on. Oh snap. I'm getting beat up. Nah. Let's run. Hold up. Okay, let's start a party. Party in the house tonight. Start a party in the house tonight. I'm not getting copyright. Okay, this should sound better. I'm going to beat up whoever beat me up with a sword, because that's what they deserve. Okay, so they just got burned alive. Perfect. I know you can't see me perfectly. It's because of my camera angle quality decisions. Don't mind where I end up walking. Slightly distracted. Village tour. Hold up. I'm just gonna fix the camera again. ETA 10 minutes. Gotcha. Yeah, we should. Yes. Yay, we're good. Okay. Remind me to never use that feature again. Yes. We also need to probably. Okay. Yep. Fix the camera. We Gucci now. Okay. Don't mind the camera technological difficulty problems with my decision making on everything, but we have a decent village thanks to two very important people between me and Zephyr, aka the homie that I chill with. Shout out to you, my guy. Also, while we're on shoutouts, shout out to Julia from Livia Studios. She is a big inspiration as to why I decided to not skip a stream day. I did miss Friday and Saturday, but you know, family first, and yeah, family first. Whether it's studio family or you know, the real family first, stream second, friends in between maybe. Um, but this village is very well expanded. About maybe 2 years, and it has grown to be probably one of my favorite villages that I've ever worked on. I started doing it independently. I started the the village process independently, all solo. And then I like on and off. I like invited my friends to play with me, so I wouldn't get bored and like just crash out easily. Um, but I've done Minecraft for almost 11 years now. I've done Minecraft by myself for probably 6 or 7 years, doing solo easy mode. Uh, Survival probably 5 or 6 years. Creative I've done, I guess, the rest of that mathematically in the 10 years, almost 11 years that I've done this. I've also switched consoles 3 times in between when I started and now in 2025 from, let's do some math. Okay, so 10 years ago, it would have been, where's my calculator? Calculator. Nope, 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 nope. Please hold. Let's do some math. Okay, calculator. 2025 minus 10 years. That should be 2015. 2015. That that sounds just about accurate. Although, yeah, it sounds accurate. Um, Minecraft was the second game I ever played. The first game I consistently ever played. Um, it's just a fun game. It's creative. You have to use your brain. You're working with numbers, which I might not like math, but I play a game that requires basic math, logic, creativity, and a good amount of skill. And Minecraft isn't or shouldn't be looked at as like, oh, you're 10, you should play it and stop after you're 10. Minecraft's one of those games that it doesn't matter how old you are, you can play Minecraft. I watch I watch YouTubers who are like um like 34 playing Minecraft. Or, they're a dad, like they're a Minecraft dad. For example, I'm a Minecraft uncle. So I run off close to Unk status, and I entertain certain kids in playing Minecraft and letting them watch me play Minecraft. But on that note, let's start the tour because you're probably bored on my backstory because, yeah. This village started in 2022, I think. 2022, I think 2022 or 2023. Um, I think I was able to rename it as my Forever World because, or no, when I created it, it was um, it was kind of just the Ninja Noah Minecraft world ish, but then let's eat before we die. It was basically um kind of just a small house. So it was from that pillar and that torch to here. So we had about this amount of space, and it was just this room. Overall, throughout all these streams, I've expanded it. Except I didn't expand it on I didn't stream this part. But yeah, it's expanded over time. So it has some good growth on it. But we've gotten some dogs, trying to get the dog trophy. Um this is the main area that I go in and out of. Got little mini storage. This is the kitchen. So then I was able to name these barrels before my anvil finally died, and that is the fridge, and these are the cupboards. And I didn't want to cover up this window because that would just be weird. These are tinted because I thought it would be cool. I expanded into this room, assuming it would either be my bedroom or a place for dogs. So in the end, it was a place for dogs. All these dogs are based off my friends or my favorite actors in movies. Like, why not? Don't want to get copyright striked, but yeah. And then Hondo, aka third best, the third best person in the movie SWAT. Please don't copyright me. And then the rest are members from my studio squad. Shout out to there's going to be a lot of shout outs in this video. Shout out to Shanda. Should be looking swagger. Kidding. Amazing person. Unnamed dog optional. Another unnamed dog. Steph. Oh, yep. Let's go. Steph, you chillin'. And then unnamed was gonna name it. That's an unnamed. Let's go say hi to my head of security. If I can find my head of, there it is. Tasha. This is why you're head of security. And then we got shout out to Cat next to Hondo. Then we got Brittany. Brittany, you're one of the loudest dogs, but you're nice. So, yes. That's Brittany. Yeah. Okay. I did not purposefully name a dog Cat, but if you know, you know. So that's all I'm gonna say. Don't wanna bend any regulations. Amber, you'd be looking pretty stylish in that collar. You want some food? There you go. Head of security, definitely need food. Nope, you're not gonna actually. Yeah, no, I don't have a lead. Okay. Tasha, you're probably gonna go. Come here. Here, Tasha. Come here. Wait, nope. Tasha, why are you stuck in between the two flipping? Okay, we're just gonna scoot and scoot. Okay, Tasha, you're gonna be in that room because yeah, cool. But yeah, we're gonna put these feathers away. That was my main house with the dog room. Okay, I forgot to give the full tour. So, main kitchen area with storage, and then dog room, which has enough dogs to spread out. Then this is my bedroom, enchantment bookshelf library area with my 3 top dogs. No pun intended. Well, okay, pun intended. But yeah. We shall continue after a good nappity nap. Okay, we have woken up from the nappity nap. Let's go outside, get some vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin B. Okay, probably just vitamin D. Let's look straight at the where the flip is the sun? We need to look straight at the sun, get some, yep, there it is. Okay. We got some vitamin D going all the way around the house. Let's jump this fence. Go to where I next expanded. This is a wheat farm building where I store all my wheat and beetroot once it gets expanded. That's more room for beetroot. This is where I keep my wheat seeds and bone meal. As you can tell, we have a lot of feathers. I did not commit mass murder on a bunch of chickens. So, okay, I might have, but why is there a cow going to the? Yeah, I'm just gonna check up on the barn. Okay, this is the Zephyr and Ninja Noah barn. Shout out to Zephyr again. Got some cows and a questionable cow that wants to, roam the rest of the village, which is fine. We're just not gonna kill it unless we really want to. But yeah, we got some couple pigs that can also go in this pen. We don't have enough carrots to have a bunch of pigs, but I prepared to have a bunch of pigs, not kids, pigs. So we made that, and that's why we made that the way that we made that, if that makes sense. Okay. We're not gonna get chicken eggs because there's so many, like, we can slowly get them to maybe come to us, but this is our chicken coop that has quite a bit of chickens. I expanded it last night, so it has quite a bit of chickens now. I basically increased all the animals' IQ, so there's more animals. So that's cool. Got some wool, and then we got the good old cows. Got a cow farm. Got cows outside. Okay. Um, yeah, so that is that. This is our supplies chest where we are supposed to store our shears and our Minecraft hoe. Um, and then we have leather from cows, chicken stuff, and then we have more storage. We have plenty of storage in this building. We don't have any saddles because I decided to put that in our horse stable when we got horses. So that's where all the horse saddles are, or saddles in general. Sheep chest just has wool right now. I mean, it could technically have the mutton, but I'm gonna take some of the mutton, even though, yeah, even though like I don't need it 100%. Will take out some pigs at some point when we get like a mass amount, and then cow chest is empty because we only have 3 steaks, so we don't have an absurd amount of meat. But my goal is to fill that whole chest uh with steak. But yeah, our inventory is looking very interesting. But once we get past the barn, we kind of come across shared territory. Even though I still built this building, I now share it with the other companion in the server, or world as I like to consider it, aka Zephyr. He has he has graciously made us uh, a enchantment table. I think it is not quite max enchantment, but that's also why we're trying to get to level 30 eventually, hopefully, if we can survive. We have enchantment room storage for enchantments. The barn has extra storage up top. It's not as interesting because we're not max storage, so if we max out our storage, we should be good on the barn. We also, next to the barn, conveniently, we have a horse stable with sadly no horses because I don't know where to find horses, but I will eventually uh, I will eventually have horses. After building this horse stable on stream, I had mentioned getting horses. I talked to my co-companion on venturing out together to get horses, but he hasn't quite made that promise 100%. So we might have to work something out on getting horses. So we'll get that figured out, and we'll have at least 2 horses and 2 donkeys. Hopefully a mule or a like not giraffe but camel, because those are in Minecraft, and some other animals that I really aren't, like giraffes and I guess kangaroos. But yeah, so we'll get that. So then we can travel by horse. That's another achievement that I really want to get, traveling by horse. And then together we planned on um, doing a minecart rail track that goes 500 meters from like one direction to the next. I've done that achievement at some point on PS4, but it didn't transfer over to PS5, thankfully. But I could do it on PS5. I also have never done it alone because that requires so much iron that we don't have. High cow that I saw earlier. But what the flip? But yeah, cow, can you not be weird? Um, but yeah, so that's our plan for our next like big uh our next big like expansion thing, and then um we will get that done, and we just like to have as much fun on the server as possible. But I've also granted us a bunch of farms that, well, a few farms that we've worked along with having. Where is the? Okay, so this section is um the sugarcane farm. It's actually more powerful than the original one that I had, which would have been like over there a little bit. It was small, but didn't really grant us much sugarcane. But now we have like a abundance of sugarcane. Um, and then I also expanded in the years that we've had this world. I've never had a wheat farm this big. So cow, can you like not get away from our can you get away from our wheat farm? Um, I've expanded to this uh massive wheat farm for a good amount of wheat and bread and animals, and that's why we have a big population of animals. I recently, last night, replanted this beetroot, so we have a good amount of beetroot. We can probably expand the beetroot farm at some point. Um, but yeah, that's kind of it for farms. But I mean, those 3 farms are at least probably some of the most important farms because you can eat beetroot and you can eat wheat and you can have a good amount of paper and sugar for cakes and stuff. But yeah, like see, we have quite a bit of sugar cane. I'll collect that when it's all fully grown. Um, but yeah, let's take a good old nap, remembering that we have a separate bed. Good old nappy nap in the almost middle of the world. But yeah, this is all the stuff on the kind of fun side of the map. I think that's all the fun stuff. Let me see. Yeah, so this is all the wheat farm and stuff. I'll reveal that secret project over there at some point when it's done. Don't want to spoil it. Um, but yeah, we kind of made pathways through this world because honestly, who doesn't? We added the bushes for landscaping beauty. I think I'm gonna add like tall grass and stuff. And then under this, under my main base, we have probably one of the best strip mine looking entrances. Got this done, I think Friday night, Saturday ish. At the time of me recording this, it is Sunday. We got this entrance done on Saturday, but this is our main mining entrance. Then we have like a lower level. We're actually able in this mine shaft entrance. We're actually able to go down to -8 and -3 for diamonds. Uh, we have pretty good access to iron and gold. We've found quite a bit of copper though. Wanted to find more iron, but now that we can actually use copper for armor, I've found quite a bit of copper. Um, but yeah, so like we've gone almost every direction trying to find iron. We blocked off some entrances because of not being able to find what we really want, which I think most of it's redstone. But what also goes along with that entrance is some of these like randomly fenced off like areas. Like these are just randomly generated, like conveniently generated like spots. Like this goes straight into close to where we just were, but it goes down to like these cooler mining areas, like -770. Like, you're not going to find much on that Y level. But then we can also, I'm going to probably also start doing this mining entrance. But this also goes way down to like -742, 610. The lowest it can go is like, okay, so we've like found like a lot of stuff. I think this goes down to like -8 almost. Yeah, like 8, and then see how far it goes down. So this goes down to like that one mob that someone told me they fought. I think the warden or something. This goes down to -14. So you can find diamonds, um, but I get scared easily, so I don't go down this far as much as I want to. This was mostly oh my god, my nose itches. Funny. Um, this is mostly like my friend's mine area, but we share everything. So this is where he likes to jump in and mine down deep, and all these go down to like -8 and stuff. But I made this staircase because it's a long ways up. You just waste energy jumping up and down, making yourself hungry and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's been quite a journey between. Ooh, fog. Um, sorry, I get excited over seeing like fog and stuff in Minecraft at least. Um, but yeah, this is kind of like the start of what I was gonna do for a mining entrance, but I kept it because it kind of looked cool. But the original mine that we have the mining entrance done for is the original one, technically. The others were made naturally. This was all, I guess, man-made because I made it. So, man-made mining entrance versus two naturally generated ones. I was gonna try and make it look cool, but yeah. And then we have our fire pit area, which tells you guys to like and subscribe. So do what the fire pit wants you to do and like and subscribe. Um, but yeah, and then I think recently just decided to kind of expand past the house to see like good horizon views. We got I've shown these in other videos or other streams, I guess. But we got my fishing hut and the entrance to that, which is just over there, just past my house. There's a little hole to the staircase to go down there. Um, this is kind of the newer part um, where I will expand past the fishing hut and then next to the church. Next to the church, I'm going to landscape enough to potentially make a Minecraft village mansion for all the villagers. I don't know how many villagers there are in the whole entire game, but my plan that kind of sparked up recently was to make a villager house with all the rooms for all the villagers. So each villager in the game would get its own room for the different jobs that it does. So like the librarian would get a different room. The then like the smelter guy or whatever his duty is. I think that's the it's a D&D term. I should remember it. The brewing. Okay, so there's the brewing villager, and then the librarian, and then the not. I want to say barbarian, but it's different than a barbarian. Really? Oh my! I didn't like that side of the cliff, anyways. Dang it! It's not even nighttime, and they're blown up. Dang it! It's literally sunset, aka the best view. Um, this is the second best view of the village. Um, But on that note, let's take a moment of silence and take a good. Can't. Okay, we were gonna take a good nappy nap, but we cannot apparently because after that creeper blew up, I guess he just didn't want us to take a nap. So attempt number 2. Boom. We have a random Minecraft clock that I do not understand, even though I've played this game for 10 years. Um, I don't understand it entirely. I think that's almost halfway to night because it's 10 minutes during the day and I think 10 minutes during the night if you don't sleep. But yeah, let's kind of go down to that fishing hut area. So we got the stairs down to the ladder, get some parkour in. Always got to get that ninja parkour in. But yeah, so this is our fishing dock and boat dock. This was originally going to be kind of separate and big, but then I got inspiration off a YouTuber um, that I have watched for probably almost all the time that I've played Minecraft. Um, and that YouTuber kind of inspired me to make a fishing hut because that was their kind of first house in Minecraft. So this is a fishing hut. It's not that big, but it's got a bunch of storage. I've been in and out of it. This is where this bed originally goes. So I can sleep in the fishing hut or my main base. But you got all the storage, and then the church that we recently made last stream. If you missed the church build, you can go watch the last stream from I think last week or 2 weeks ago now, probably. That was a normal scheduled stream, I think, probably. So it wasn't a Sunday, but happy Sunday, anyways. Sundays are fun days. And then the bridge, which will change over time. I had someone with a different mindset for the bridge give me some tips. So the bridge will be changing. That might either be a video or something I gradually do off stream, but here it is there. And then the empty plot, like this whole area, is going to get landscaped probably in between this stream and next. It'll get landscaped, and then there's going to be room for a villager mansion potentially, and then with the mine carts, we're gonna try and find um, a village that actually has active villagers in it and transport them. And then we're gonna do like the normal villager thing where you set them up with their different traits and stuff, and then from there we'll get different abilities with all the villagers or different like traits. So like we'll be able to get books faster and stuff. But But yeah, all this land is gonna definitely change over time. So guess I forgot to take this down. But yeah, so this will have like a villager mansion at some point, probably not next stream, but the plan is to have a villager mansion for a really good expansion, because then we're gonna be able to do more things from like this end of the village and then expand like to where the villagers have their own little area separate from uh, my main village. We will probably have, I don't have enough dirt. We probably will have like a minecart that goes over the bridge so that they can actually go over the bridge and I guess a little bit through the woods, that bridge, um and then up and around, because there is a path that, sorry, my nose is just terrible. There'll be, my thought process off the bat is there'll be like a minecart track that goes over this bridge up and around to the top where the main village is. But they'll have every trait for um for what they do for each villager's trait. Like the blacksmith, which I couldn't think about earlier, the one that cooks all the food. So we'll basically have a Minecraft chef in one house, and then the librarian for really good books, and then a weaponsmith, so I can like trade bow and arrows and weapons and stuff, and then I think the blacksmith is actually, yeah, the blacksmith will be, I think the blacksmith and the weaponsmith are the same-ish. Like they have like some of the same traits. But yeah, so that's all gonna go over here. So this will all be like from where that church is. This will all be um like villager area, and then um and then yeah, and that this will all be villager area past the bridge, because I think the librarian can actually kind of hang out in this church. So then we'll have the mansion right next to the church. So then all the librarian has to do is like come in here, and then it has like the podium, I guess. I don't know what it's called. But it'll basically represent a pastor in a church, but Minecraft style, because why not? So that'll be taken care of. And then uh we'll have like the armor person there, I think. I think that's another villager trait. And then I think I'm going to find a way to get a farmer villager to actually not be like in this area, but like right next to my wheat farm and manage all my farms. So then all I have to do is go to a farming villager and just be like, yep, I want wheat. Oh, wait, now I want beetroot. and then it can just trade me that. It can like trade me all it collects, and then I don't have to really do my daily chores of being in the village and taking care of all the farms, because then we'll just have a farming villager. But yeah, the goal is to just um build and expand. But we definitely like we've shown a lot throughout all the streams, but I think personally that I have one of the best uh storage rooms, because not only do I have all of this for storage and smelting items and cooking food, um, but I also expanded to like the more advanced part where I have all of this chest storage and stuff, and made a group storage room where there's more storage for my friend on the other side of the door. Also goes up to his base. We made that possible. Um, but yeah, and then I got my armor stands, which have should have armor, but I am using the copper armor, which comes from that one. And then in the past, I've died multiple times having iron armor from this armor stand. And then this is the leather armor stand that I have, that I had the helmet break, I think, and then I'm using the boots because, as we learned from last stream, the adventure back to spawn stream, we need leather boots to walk on snow. So that's why I have my leather boots on. Um, but yeah, and then we have a kind of OP furnace room, kind of overpowered, but this is why I struggled to get coal, because my guy's got a lot of furnaces that need a lot of coal. Trying to find one without coal. There we go. But yeah, that's where all the massive smelting takes place. But because um because I don't have much to smelt, smelt like I usually smelt more stuff. Hold up, we stuck. I usually smelt a lot of stuff just with these furnaces and the blast furnace. Actually, the blast furnace I don't use as much, but it was an expensive addition. But the smokers I do use. I usually just use the smokers for food. I also have 2 smokers in my house, aka the main base. Um, Originally I was gonna have one house with all the rooms between like the storage room and the big smelting room and like the wheat storage, but um I just we just don't have enough space on the edge of this cliff to have all that stuff. But that is a dream for the future, to have all the rooms, first and second floor and basement. I've always almost had a storage room in the lower level, but I wanted to be creative and try and build everything separate. But the true story was that I wanted every single room in my house to be like the main, like the main way to like function, just going to my main base for everything. But like this is a storage room. This is my third storage room because this is like all the stuff that I like, the cool, like the cool stuff that I don't have in my main storage room, I store in here. So that's why I have this storage room. So if we go down to see like all the storage, like I have like a bunch of glass that I could keep in the main storage room, but I don't have space. This is kind of just the overflow for storage, plus like new woods. I already have 3 different types of wood in the original storage room, and those are full. So I just have like new woods that I've found, which I have mangrove. I traded mangrove logs with a trading villager or a wandering. I did it with a wandering trader villager, and he gave me a bunch of mangrove logs. So I turned it into like slabs and planks and the stripped logs and the main logs. So I have that um, for wood. So I got that achievement, and then I also traded pale hanging moss with a villager, and then I did, no joke, just do the same thing with the birch leaves, but jack-o'-lanterns you can't really trade with villagers, I don't think. Might be possible, but I ended up actually crafting all these different jack-o'-lanterns. And then this is my bulk bundle storage. So that's the bulk bundle storage with all the um extra stuff. And then like the tree saplings and stuff. And then more glass, just the white stained pane glass. Kind of like what I put by the dogs. So that's basically the white pane stained glass. And then just more storage. Let's see, what do we have mass amount about? This is also where I keep my chiseled bookshelves, the ones that can hold the enchantment books. So I have all those. I think since we're doing the tour thingy, might just. This is all bookshelves for enchanted books. So kind of got that to look forward to. Maybe add that and then boop and then keep that like separated and then boop. This can all just go to the ceiling basically. But yeah, this is all room for enchanted books that I have, which I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think 17 regular books and 20 books that are regular. I got them all from fishing, and I also got like name tags for fishing. from fishing. It helps when you have a Luck of the Sea Lure 3 mending fishing rod. But yeah, that's the secret to really good fishing, I guess. So yeah, and good parkour. So I don't need all this extra stuff. Boop, 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 boop. But yeah, yeah, this has all been done over, I think, 3 years in this world. More years to come, but 3 years so far. And technically, that explains why the days played is so high. But yeah, we have over 1,000 days played in this world, which probably equals at least 3 years. Hey Siri, how many days are in 3 years? Okay, so technically not quite 3 years because that's a lot of days, but quite a bit of days, quite a bit of hours and stuff. Because each day in Minecraft is 10 minutes. So I mean, technically, you can just do the math and just be like 1,187 times 10 minutes. So that's real life days. I think that's basically adding a zero to the days. So that would be 11,870. And that's not even hours played. Like, we have less hours played than days played in this world, but we also play in a creative world, so that would actually add up how many hours I spend in both the worlds between the creative and not. But comment down below if you want a tour of my creative world, because that actually has a little bit of different creative stuff. Like, I mainly focus on the basics of survival in this world seed itself instead of trying to go into creative mode and stuff. But yeah, so this is all done truly in survival. But yeah, I do have a separate creative world. So that has like some of the newer challenging stuff that I've done. So like uh I have a sand beach sand beach house in that world, and a couple Pokemon that I did, but that world is kind of to be explored because got it. I recently generated that seed, like probably 3 months before 3 months before truly dedicating myself to this world. Um, but yeah, these are all the different strip mines and stuff. But yeah, we just have a random mobs just spawning. But yeah, that's kind of the end of the the end of the tour-ish. But yeah, more things to come in this Minecraft world. Even though it's been 1187 days in this world. We still have like more ideas. Like we're gonna spread out in the spruce wood biome and make that all spruce and stuff because this is mainly oak wood with a little bit of spruce wood and deep slate, but spruce wood is gonna mainly be like my dedication to a good spruce wood biome with a bunch of different uh spruce wood buildings, like a spruce wood house of my main house, and then like a spruce wood farm or something, because we don't have many farms, and then all that expands to like the snowy biome, kind of not far from spawn. We're at least I think 1,000 blocks from spawn. Spawn is like -600 something, I think, or -500, can't remember. But yeah, so we originally started in the snow biome where spawn is, and we actually ventured out so far to where we found this area, and I was just like, this looks like a much better starting base area. So we kind of settled into this village. So like the first days played in this world were actually in the snow biome, where I have a basically snow mountain cliffside base, I would say. And then that's next to a snowy village, which I will hopefully get back to and take all the villagers and kind of put them to work in this village, or I'll find a Oakwood village and travel and get those villagers. But I want to get each I want to get each different kind of I want to get each villager trait in this village to potentially expand all of the village. So that's the final plan for this world, to end in a bunch of villager trading and easy leveling up kind of way. But yeah, we'll we'll mainly probably expand like from over here on and then down there, right where the fishing hut is. But yeah, we'll definitely expand over there. Um, but yeah, I just want to make like the main headquarters like kind of spread out a little bit, and then have villagers wandering around here and stuff, and maybe less wandering traders, but yeah, if there is one that spawns, then there is, but there hasn't been a wandering trader spawn in a while, but yeah, it is what it is. I I have what I have, and I try not to complain about it as much. So kind of just dealing with the fact that I Haven't been able to find many wandering traders or cure any villagers. I need to get the potion to cure villagers and make them like work with me or work for me in the end. So that is the future plans for this quite expansive village. Usually villages are small, but this village will be honestly as big as it has to be to have everything accessible to it, because it has almost everything you need to survive in this world. Because it has a sugarcane farm, a wheat farm, beetroot farm. I will find carrots. Apparently, you can find carrots by killing villagers or killing zombies. So I might try and get that luck, or I think you can even fish carrots. Not sure, but yeah, whatever way I get carrots, I will get carrots, get more pigs, and get a carrot farm. And hopefully get a library of enchantment books, which will honestly be really fun. Enchantment books are probably one of my most favorite things in Minecraft. Plus, the ability to store them in a bookshelf compared to regular books. Like these were boring. These enchantment bookshelves are quite amazing. I want to get my next big goal is to get every single enchantment book in the game. Right now I have at least 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17 books. So I probably don't have enough room for all the enchantment books, but honestly we'll have to see through the expansion. Just use up all the rest of those enchantment book shelves. But yeah, this all should almost fit all my enchantment books that I get from fishing. Since this is where I'll store all of them. Um, but yeah, that kind of sums up my future plans for the uh for the for the main base, of which is this. So a lot of storage, a lot of grinding, bit more time put into this village and stuff. This is my favorite dining room table design that I've made. I get almost all my inspiration off different content creators. This house was my my own inspiration. I kind of built off my own mindset of what I wanted, because I originally wanted a deck to be on my house, so like a second or third floor deck. But I guess from the looks of it, it would have been amazing. I've done that in the past in like my past builds, but I don't think it would be as cool with this base. I mean, it would be a really good expansion, but I try and figure out the best way to use up a whole entire room. So that's all I ever wanted to do. Like, I also want a whole entire map wall of the whole Minecraft world. So that is why I have decided, wow, that system broke for the thing. That's why I've decided to try and make a whole entire map wall. I'm gonna probably dedicate another building to that because I just want a whole map, like a whole world map, but a whole Minecraft world map of my world. So that is my goal. So that is what I want to achieve. I'm sure the map is maybe like possible to get the whole entire map, but not in this storage room. My goal was to have this whole wall just be the Minecraft world map, and I just find a way to cover up the door with the whole map world and stuff, but that hasn't really come out. But I mean, this world map is starting out pretty good. Like these maps actually connect, and then this is where we were when we were at the wheat farm, and this is by the fishing, or no, this is by the fishing hut and stuff, and then across from it, this was a shipwreck, and then the green is where we're at on the map. Um, but yeah, so that's like kind of the small rundown of the world map. But I feel like we could actually like update this map because if we go to where that map actually is, like we kind of upgraded a little bit. We need a new map for this second part of the world. Okay, that makes sense. Because it won't change. Like it has that updated feature, but yeah, so we need to find the map with the horse stable on it. We're just gonna update the one by the horse stable, which I thought was this one, but I don't know my maps very well, I guess. Um, yes, that one changed. Let's change the main one. So this one changed because of the oh, we need another map for this building. Are you serious? That's lame. Okay, let's just attempt to make that map. I think I have an empty map in my world or in this I think this chest. No. Okay. Map Let's just make a new map. Map, a map, a map, a map, a map, a map. I could have sworn we made so many maps, but I've had some duplication problems with maps, so that's the only problem. I also want to make a book and quill. I just need ink sac. But yeah. Let's just put two of these away and put them in here. Put that there. Then we're gonna go over here. We're attempting to make make more updated maps. So it doesn't want to. Are you serious? It doesn't want. Okay, so I mean that is accurate because that is updated. Pretty sure. Let me see if that's right where. That's the same flippin' map. Son of a brisket. Okay. We're gonna make a new map with my friend's house on it. Let's just jump. Okay, wandering trader. Broken leaves, apparently. Um. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's a much better map. That's actually really. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna actually. We're gonna call that one a success because that kind of shows um like a different angle of it, I guess. Like that shows almost a different angle. We will need other biomes though. I might actually call that one a dud because most of these are duds. Maybe try and make. Okay, so I have another map, so I can attempt part 3 basically. So we have this part done. They don't really want to have that on there. Okay, so I've been trying to keep this build a secret, but because I'm doing the map thing, I have to show this. But this is basically so new base for him, but he's doing bigger and better things in life. So honestly, props to him. The one friend that I have is musically talented in many ways. Um, but yeah, so he's got, this is his OG house, and then um, yeah, so he's expanded that much. But that, I guess that would be the only other one um that I have that's like kind of there. It now connects to the other part of the village, I guess. So then this map would actually go maybe top right of this. That kind of makes sense. Otherwise, no. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Um, so that's like where we could expand in the near future, or like the future, and then I'll try and find the spot for this top right or the top left corner of the map to expand there, and then I think like this area and down is spruce. So we'll also get like the spruce forest. This is just a different textured oak wood forest. So it's like oak and then, or no, oak and then birch. But we also have birch like on the left side of the map and stuff, past the river, basically over the bridge and to the river. We could also have a map that um, that shows the church that we recently built in last stream. So after I have a good old nap, I will get that all mapped out. Then that might solve our connection to each part of the village a little bit better. But yeah, we've definitely expanded over time with the whole village. So I'm just gonna go similar area. Let's take the stairs and go down, and then kind of just proves that we have the church in that area. Yeah. Okay. So this kind of shows the whole church area and that expansion. So this is the whole left side of the map that I want to expand. So that will be fun to expand. I think it naturally updates because that's right by the shipwreck. So then, like, yeah, so that's how far the shipwreck is from the main base, and then the warden is plenty, I guess, not plenty blocks under us, but like that far under us in the cliff. But I guess that might have been a bad option. But yeah, this is kind of the edge of the edge of this map. And yeah, so that kind of sums up like the world map expansion tour, village tour stream. But of course, the bridge is going to change, a couple days maybe. So that'll be a fun change. And then we'll try and get our rail system in and kind of go from there. But this was a good, successful map expansion. That was a well-rounded expansion on a good adventure. Let's go this way and then put the map on the wall, but that is going to conclude I'll replace this map because it's definitely in the wrong area now that I correctly try and map everything else out. But yeah, we'll continue working on the map wall expansion of beautifulness in the world map, and that'll probably be off stream. So then the next stream will be the village building expansion build for that, or the next stream. I think the next stream should be us upgrading. By us, I mean me and the great community of viewers, beautifying the village bridge. So look forward to that next stream. You should know what to do, but if you don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and watch past episodes that you missed just in case, because they're all synchronized in the Minecraft live stream folder on my YouTube channel in the Minecraft playlist. There is also a Fortnite playlist with the Fortnite streams and the Fortnite Lego stream that we did probably a year or so ago. But yeah, you can enjoy that content, and I also have a Ninja Noah folder of all my ninja videos with all the shorts. So that is all to enjoy from the channel, but like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Ninja Noah out.